Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates and the OCA Business Advisory Council, welcome to the 2021 National Asian Pacific American Corporate Achievement Awards. I'm Ginny Gong, OCA past national president and host of Ginny's Where East Meets West, and I have the honor of serving as your MC this evening. It's wonderful to be here with all of you again. We are here tonight to recognize Asian Pacific American corporate leaders and the contributions they have made to their companies and their community. For far too long, it has been too difficult for members of our community to find role models that look like them. The individuals honored here tonight are those role models, ones who can shatter bamboo and glass ceilings and inspire the next generation of leaders in the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. At this time, please join me in extending a warm welcome to OCA's National President, Linda Eng.
Good evening. My name is Linda Eng, OCA National President. On behalf of OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 30th Annual OCA National Corporate Achievement Awards. I always look forward to this event each year as we get to meet some of the biggest rising stars of our community who represent the best and brightest in the corporate sector. As they receive their awards, we know that tonight's honorees will continue to serve as role models for our community and lift up others along the way. The OCA Corporate Achievement Awards are granted to Asian American corporate employees who have been nominated by their company, not only having excelled in their profession, but also having demonstrated their leadership in giving back. CAA also provides an opportunity for these well-deserving individuals to be nationally recognized by the community. Also serves as a challenge for the honorees to continue their leadership and inspire others as well. I would like to thank the OCA Business Advisory Council for their continued support in this effort to recognize new leaders. The OCA Executive Council members who participated on the selection committee, and the OCA staff who put this event together. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank Ken Lee, our shining example of a CAA honoree who took the challenge to stay involved with OCA, and invite him to the stage. Ken.
Thank you very much, Linda. As Linda mentioned, this award ceremony is the opportunity for us to celebrate all of your outstanding leadership. However, as the two panel conversations this week demonstrated, we also recognize that there is much left to do. As a civil rights organization that aims to represent Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders, we recognize there were no Pacific Islanders present among the nominations and this year's honorees. This serves as a stark reminder and challenge to us at OCA to do it better in searching for the employees and executives to be recognized, but also our corporate partners here today to actualize their DE&I policies and valued by hiring and developing PIs and underrepresented Asian American employees such as Southeast Asians. To keep this in mind, though, I would like to also congratulate tonight's honorees. Each of you have made a mark in your community, both within the community and outside of it, whether you invigorated your Asian ERGs or stood up to a discriminatory statement or recommended an action for your company. You were nominated and selected for this demonstration of commitment to diversity, inclusion, and equity. And again, as Linda mentioned, this award is actually just a challenge to all of you. How will you continue to stay involved to help your community and inspire future leaders? Look at myself. In 1997, I received this award from UPS. I'd like to invite some of you who have also an exemplary motto for this community involvement and commitment to equity to join me in presenting the next two awards. Please welcome our Business Advisory Council Chair, Joanne Tabalia Murphy.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate that. The Corporate Partner of the Year Award is presented to a company that has been outstanding in its work with OCA and in its support of the organization's goals and mission. We're pleased to present this year's Outstanding Corporate Partner of the Year Award to T-Mobile. As a member of OCA's Business Advisory Council, the BAC, and a partner in closing the digital divide, T-Mobile has shown tremendous growth in their efforts towards diversity, equity, and inclusion, both within the company and in the community.
For so many children, home internet access is out of reach, and it's affecting their performance in school.
The homework gap is much bigger than just homework. Students that don't have access to the internet are really at a disadvantage.
I've seen kids that don't have access, and it's really hindered their ability to be a part of the classroom.
They can't keep up. If young people don't have the access, they'll fall through the cracks.
Some kids will have to go to the nearby fast food place to get online because they can't do it at home. It's heartbreaking. It's sad because it doesn't need to be.
Innovative technology should improve the state of humankind. It's not that they don't have the ability to learn, it's that they really don't have the access to the information. And I think that's what we're really responsible for.
When they do have access, they're not at a disadvantage. Tomorrow could be different from today.
Imagine the world that will be available to them just by having a new set of tools that they can live their lives with.
Hello, I'm Clint Odom, Vice President of Strategic Alliances and External Affairs at T-Mobile. I'm honored to represent T-Mobile and accept this award for Corporate Partner of the Year. We value our long-standing partnership with OCA, not just because you are dedicated and passionate about the work, but because this partnership makes T-Mobile a better company. We need to be connected to the communities we serve, and OCA helps make that happen. At T-Mobile, we are doubling down on our focus on diversity and inclusion internally and externally through our investment, commitments, and outreach efforts. As we do so, we are mindful that the work you all do across the country through chapters and affiliates is critical to understanding where we need to be. We're proud of the work we've done with OCA as part of our $25 million commitment to community initiatives, supporting technology, education, and workforce training. One place this partnership has been so important was our recent briefing for the T-Mobile Government Affairs team called Stop Asian Hate. The thoughtful and informative conversation led by OCA shined a light on the hate and brutality members of the Asian community have faced and continue to face to this day. We've also been fortunate across our business to welcome OCA summer interns. One intern was placed on our own external affairs team and helped organize T-Mobile's strategy on getting the word out on the emergency broadband benefit. which provides critical relief for people suffering through this pandemic. We were fortunate to add a new perspective to our team, if only for a few weeks, and hopefully inspire someone to continue to build upon OCA's legacy of community, civil rights, and preservation. We also remain committed to Project 10 Million, our multi-billion-dollar effort to eradicate the homework gap for millions of students by providing free service and hotspots to 10 million households over the next 5 years. This is just a glimpse into how we are working together to use our resources and commitments to make actionable change. And our work isn't done. We all know that change starts at home. And I'm proud to share that T-Mobile is structuring our talent development programs and increasing retention for diverse employees to strengthen our talent pipeline right up to the C-suite. So thank you, Ken Lee especially, for your vision and continued commitment to advocating for our communities. These are serious times, and it feels like our community is moving from one crisis to another. Our persistence, though, will help us weather these storms and come out stronger together. We're thankful for this award and look forward to our continued partnership.
Thank you, Clint. We are so honored to have you join us for this special event. Congratulations to T-Mobile for being named OCA's Corporate Partner of the Year. We look forward to continuing this partnership for years to come.
Now to our next award. Each year, OCA selects one individual for the OCA Executive Excellence Award. This award is for those who not only have achieved an executive position, but also give back to the community. Past honorees have included Mimua, past Executive Director of Asian Americans Advancing Justice and the first Hmong American woman elected as a state legislator, and Susan Jin Davis, former Chief Sustainability Officer at Comcast and NBC Universal, and Frank Wu, author, professor, and president of Queens College. These individuals are trailblazers and role models for people even outside of the corporate and Asian American communities.
At this time, I would like to invite a special guest and a close friend of OCA, and actually a close friend of mine as well, Ms. Chuling Tong, President and CEO of National ACE, to give a few special remarks about our honoree.
Hello, my name is Chuling Tong, and I'm the President and CEO of the National ACE. The recipient of this year's award is a role model and also the board chair of the National ACE. She's a passionate, determined, and fully committed to serving more than 2.2 million AAPI businesses across the country. She's the president and CEO of CSMI. Please welcome the OCA Executive Excellence Award for 2021 recognized Dr. Karen Ng.
Thank you, Chuling. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive this prestigious award. Ken Lee told me of some of the past recipients, and I'm humbled to be included in this group. I'm also honored to have National ACE recognized in this way by OCA. Many hours went into our AAPI Strong initiative and virtual technical assistance program, and it means so much to me that the work that I am so passionate about also resonates with others. This accomplishment is not something that I did alone, and there are others with whom I share this award with. First, I'm acknowledging the dedication and hard work of our board of directors at ACE, the affiliate AAPI chambers and partners, the entire National ACE team, and many corporate sponsors. I would also like to thank my family for their love and support throughout my time with the AAPI business community. We have witnessed the positive difference we are making, and it serves as inspiration to continue moving forward. Thank you all so much for being here to share on this occasion.
And now it's time to present to you this year's OCA National Asian Pacific American Corporate Achievement Award honorees. Here to introduce tonight's first honoree is Marie Silla Dixon, Chief Diversity Officer of Raytheon Technologies.
Thank you for that introduction. Hello and good evening. I'm Marie Silla, Chief Diversity Officer for Raytheon Technologies. On behalf of the company and my colleagues, it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you tonight, celebrating the 2021 OCA National Corporate Awards. First, I'd like to give a shout out to Ken Lee and the OCA family for putting this event together. Since the first awards 30 years ago, OCA has done a stellar job in recognizing leading Pan-Asian corporate business leaders who exemplify excellence in their professions and committed leadership to and within their respective communities. Tonight, it is my distinct pleasure to help introduce and honor one such leader from Raytheon Technology. Over the past 21 years, Arun has demonstrated standout leadership, both at the company where he currently serves as the Associate Director for International Sourcing within Raytheon Intelligence and Space Supply Chain. Arun uses his expertise and engineering background to help increase productivity and efficiency across the business units he touches. And he's become a significant asset to Raytheon Technologies' API Employee Resource Group, where he serves as leader. Earlier this year, Arun led a virtual forum of about 1,600 people called Real Talk, Building Community Together, as an opportunity to expand people's understandings about the challenges diverse API communities face and what can be done about it. In his spare time, he also helps to sponsor Math Counts and the Destination Imagination Challenge. He has been focused on a lot of our national STEM activities focused on K through 12 and to help grow the pipeline of getting more diverse girls and young people of color in the STEM field. Arun is a unique kind of leader who consistently demonstrates passion and a powerful perspective when it comes to making decisions that really matter. Thank you, Arun, for being a change agent. We honor Arun today for all he's done, and he'll no doubt continue to do. And we thank him for making Raytheon Technologies a better place for employees to work, grow, and belong. Congratulations, Arun. We are pleased to have you as part of the RTX team. Without further ado, I welcome Arun.
Hi, my name is Arun Mukherjee, and I'm an employee of Raytheon Technologies. I would like to thank OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates for the great honor of receiving the Corporate Awards. Diversity and inclusion is an area that I've always been passionate about, and it's a way I like to give back to my community as well as my corporation. Raytheon has been a strong supporter of diversity and inclusion over the past 20 years that I've been part of this organization. The support that I have received personally over the years from various mentors at Raytheon towards D&I initiatives has really helped me grow into a more effective leader that can meet our business objectives. I feel very fortunate to see all our employee resource groups become more mature over the last 2 decades. And this year, we're launching an Asian Leadership Development Program that's going to have its first cohort in the first quarter of 2022. So that's really exciting times for us. I plan to continue moving the needle on D&I goals at Raytheon Technologies and in our local communities in order to recruit and develop the top Asian employees and top Asian talent that's out there for the future. I want to thank again OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates for these prestigious awards, and thanks for all the support from my mentors and peers over the years in supporting D&I initiatives.
Here to introduce our next honoree is Joanna Zhang, Senior Vice President of Acquisition Marketing and Asian Segment Leader at Wells Fargo.
Hello, everyone. It's an honor to join you today to celebrate the important achievements of today's honorees at the OCA National Corporate Achievement Awards. I would first like to take a moment and recognize Ken Lee, Chief Executive Officer, Tu Nguyen, Deputy Executive Director, and the leadership team, for your hard work and commitment to leading OCA with such a tremendous vision and purpose. And to the board, OCA members, advocates, and supporters with us here today. Thank you for your dedication. As we all know, OCA is one of the oldest Asian American civil rights advocacy organizations in the nation. On behalf of Wells Fargo, let me say that we are very proud of the relationship we have with OCA and support and value the organization's goal to advocate for our AAPI communities and leaders across the nation. I'm proud to work for a company with a corporate vision that extends beyond helping our customers succeed financially and understands how critical it is to be an active participant in our communities. In fact, over the past 2 years, Wells Fargo has contributed more than $29 million to nonprofits and educational programs, specifically serving the Asian community. Essential to this is the passion and commitment our employees bring to the community, serving as volunteers and on boards at community organizations across the nation. And perhaps no one embodies this strength and commitment to the communities as does Bao Hong. Bao is the Vice President, Branch Manager for Wells Fargo Consumer and Small Business Banking at the Sacramento branch. A 19-year company veteran, Bao is a multifaceted financial services leader with a knack for building, engaging, and influencing teams across diversity, culture, and geography. Bao started his career in 2002 as a teller in Monterey, California. He continued building his career at Wells Fargo with increasing responsibilities and supporting the growth and development for fellow employees. A proud Vietnamese American, Bao is passionate about serving the AAPI community by engaging fellow employees and participating in community outreach and involvement. Some of his main engagements include Greater Sacramento Vietnamese Chamber of Commerce Volunteer and Liaison, Leadership Catalyst Development for Sacramento Asian Chamber of Commerce, and credit and home mortgage seminars with OCA, just to name a few. Bao was National Golden Spoke Champion in 2018 and 2019 at Wells Fargo for his outstanding leadership in community services. With his enthusiasm, energy, and commitment to help others succeed, Bao is deserving of the OCA National Asian Pacific American Corporate Achievement Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and our Wells Fargo colleagues in congratulating Bao Hong on his OCA Corporate Achievement Award.
Thank you, Joanna, for your kind words and make me look like a rock star. Hi, I'm Bao Hong, and I'm truly honored to receive this award from the OCA. And congratulations to the rest of the recipients this year for their achievements and making a positive difference in their community. I would like to thank my district manager, Amisha Patel, for giving me the flexibility to lead my team and always encourage me to give back to the community. And to my North Florida team, thank you for the amazing work you do with our customers in the branch and also in our communities by giving them financial guidance that's going to set them up for success now and in the future. And for the past several years, my team and I have created cultural awareness by having courageous conversations about our diverse communities, being an active team member on team member networks, and being a strong ally to our diverse work population. Finally, thank you to the OCA for your continued support and advocacy for Asian Pacific leaders and communities across the nation. And a huge shout out to our local OCA chapter. So thank you to Jinky Dollar, Linda Ng, and Nancy Wu for your continued partnership with Wells Fargo and truly making a difference. And one of my fondest memories of that is during the COVID and a lot of unknown, we still partnered up to lead credit seminars and steps for homeownership because we knew that was important to our community. And this is why I'm honored to accept this award. Thank you.
Next, to present their honoree is Bill Amata, founder and CEO of IW Group, Inc.
On behalf of IW Group, I'm proud to be able to introduce the next honoree for Corporate Achievement Award. David Lin has served our agency with distinction for nearly 8 years as our Vice President of Public Affairs and Advocacy. But David really doesn't need any introduction. He's served the Asian American and Pacific Islander communities for years. For 9 years, he served as the Executive Director of External Affairs at AT&T, and he did so with distinction. Before that, he served in various capacities, including sales and international marketing. And he never gave up his love and passion for supporting the community. For 4 years, he served as the president of the Japanese American Citizens League, the very first Chinese American to hold that position in the oldest civil rights organization that has served our community. He also served with distinction with the Asian Pacific American Institute for Congressional Studies. He serves on the board for the Leadership Education for Asian Pacifics. And if that isn't all, he has devoted countless years to OCA, serving as the chairperson for the Business Advisory Council. So it's with great honor, and on behalf of everyone at IW Group, we want to congratulate David Lin for this very important award. David, congratulations from all of us, and from me personally, I just want to say thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank OCA for honoring me today with the Corporate Achievement Award, and I am accepting it with humility and gratitude. I am equally humbled for sharing this virtual stage with so many other accomplished and well-deserved honorees from other companies. I would also like to recognize T-Mobile for receiving the Corporation of the Year award. And lastly, a very special congratulations to my good friend, Dr. Karen Ng, for receiving the Executive Excellence Award. Congratulations to all. I have had the pleasure of working with and supporting OCA since my first OCA National Convention in 2004. But getting this award is such a great honor. As a member of the Asian American community, I believe that it is our obligation to give back to the community. Almost 20 years ago, I had the opportunity to work with Asian American community organizations at the national level representing AT&T. I jumped on that assignment as I view it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to connect and do my part for the community. Since then, my work with organizations like OCA and many others allowed me to do what I really enjoy doing. Thank you, AT&T, for giving me the chance. There's a Chinese saying that can be loosely translated as helping others is the foundation for happiness, or in Mandarin Chinese, 助人为快乐之本. I learned that when I was growing up, and that saying has been ingrained in me ever since. Before I close, I want to give a shout out to someone very special, Mr. Bill Imada. I have known and worked with Bill for more than 20 years. He has been a great friend, an excellent mentor, and for the past 8 years, an amazing boss and supporter. One thing about Bill that not too many people know is that Bill encourages everyone in his company to support nonprofits, to give back to the community. It has been a true privilege working at the IW Group, and I owe Bill a debt of gratitude. In closing, I would like to dedicate this award to my parents for what they have taught me about all the important things I need to know in life. I also want to thank my wife, Jean, for her unconditional support and understanding for more than 30 years. Thank you, OCA, once again for bestowing this honor on me, and for that, I will always be grateful. Thank you all for being here, and enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you.
Congratulations, David. Every year, OCA touches hundreds of thousands of Asian Americans and Pacific Islander Americans through its programming, advocacy work, and direct engagement. Your support is necessary in ensuring that we can continue our work towards a more prosperous future for the community and for the country. Please watch the following video to learn more about the work that OCA does.
OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates, is a national civil rights organization dedicated to advancing the social, political, and economic well-being of over 22 million Asian Americans and 1.2 million Pacific Islanders in the United States.
For over 45 years, OCA has been a leader in our community. With over 50 chapters and affiliates throughout the country, OCA reaches hundreds of thousands of Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders through our programs and advocacy.
Our agenda includes fair immigration, inclusive and accessible education, racial equity and inclusion, civic engagement and workforce development, and technology access.
As the fastest growing racial group in the U.S., our voice is critical in our schools, our workplace, and our voting process.
OCA chapters create space and community for AAPIs in the region and have been central in advocating on behalf of AAPIs to local and state governments.
Through our national advocacy and leadership programs, we're able to empower thousands of high school students, college students, and working professionals.
OCA signature programs like Mentoring Asian American Professionals, the AAPI's Women's Initiative, or APA Youth Advocate offers tools, resources, and networks for AAPIs of all ages to learn about AAPI identity and advocacy while building their leadership skills.
By breaking glass and bamboo ceilings, we are showing that our stories matter, that we are more than the model minority.
Located in the heart of Washington, D.C., OCA includes 10 full-time staff members who work to ensure that our voices are heard at the national and the local levels.
With your continued support, we've been able to successfully pivot our programming during these uncertain times, respond to calls for essential goods and services, and mobilize against anti-Asian hate.
It's crucial that we continue to fight for policies that advance our civil rights. Asian American and Pacific Islander narratives and experiences are part of the tapestry that make this country great.
Thank you for joining us in our fight for equity and equality. Together, we can embrace the hopes and aspirations of all Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders.
What a great organization. OCA has certainly survived the test of time. In 2023, we will be celebrating 50 years of advocacy work. Many of us have committed decades volunteering for OCA. Personally, for me, it has been almost 4 decades, the age of my youngest son. But the organization cannot continue to do its work without your support. We ask all of you, our leaders in corporate America, especially those being honored today, to learn more about OCA's mission and hopefully make a commitment moving forward. Ken Lee, our CEO, is an example of someone who was honored by his corporate employer back in 1991, and since then has made a personal commitment to OCA at both the local and national levels. Thank you, Ken, for giving back to OCA and to the community. And now, moving on with our presentations. To present their honoree is Stacey Alexander, Vice President, Thought Leadership in Policy Research and International Affairs of AARP.
Hello, I'm Stacey Alexander, the Vice President of Thought Leadership at AARP and Deputy Director of AARP's Cross-Enterprise Disparity Strategy. It is my sincere pleasure and honor to introduce my colleague, Dr. Irwin Tan. Dr. Irwin Tan is Director of Thought Leadership for Health at AARP, and he's also one of our AARP tactical leads in our disparity strategy. Irwin is a physician with fellowship training in geriatric medicine and integrative medicine, which has been invaluable in his leadership at AARP on issues of equity and healthy longevity. In this role, he's worked on issues such as the ongoing National Academies of Medicine Global Roadmap for Healthy Longevity, of which AARP is a principal sponsor. Erwin has also led important work on how perceptions of aging affect our health, what are important trends in life expectancy, and what AARP's role should be in supporting research in the biology of aging. Prior to joining us almost 6 years ago, Erwin previously served as director of Senior Corps, which is now known as AmeriCorps Seniors, which is a part of the Corporation for National and Community Service. From 2004 to 2010, Erwin served as an assistant professor of medicine at the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, where he was an attending physician in the Division of Geriatric Medicine. He was also a co-investigator in the Baltimore Experience Core Study, a very pioneering study. From 2003 to 2004, Erwin was a White House Fellow, serving as a special assistant to the Secretary of Veterans Affairs. Before coming to DC, he was also a faculty member at the University of California, San Francisco School of Medicine. He served as a geriatric medicine fellow and a primary care medicine resident as well. Erwin's time with the White House as a White House Fellow at the Department of Veterans Affairs was well earned because he was also commissioned as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army Reserve. And he also received a bachelor's degree from Brown University and graduated from New York University School of Medicine, where he was also president of the Asian Students Union. That's a lot of accomplishments, but of everything that Erwin has done, he is most proud to be a dad, or papa, as his kids call him. It is this role that fuels his mission and his passion for the work that he does at AARP. I know that Erwin's very proud to be receiving the OCA Corporate Achievement Award. He's been a champion for AARP's work on equity, and I've heard from him how his passion for his work on diversity, equity, and inclusion starts with his own identity and experiences as an Asian American. This award means a lot for Erwin, and it also means a lot to AARP. So with that, it is my sincere pleasure, and again, my honor, to introduce my very esteemed and deserving colleague, Dr. Erwin Tan.
I want to thank a number of people, but before I start, because I'm Chinese American, I want to thank my parents who lifted me up and allowed me to experience horizons they never dreamed of. It was that immigrant experience living in an intergenerational 2-bedroom apartment with 3 generations, my grandparents, my parents, and my sister, that provided me an appreciation for the contributions of people of all ages, starting with that affection and love that my grandparents gave me. I would remember my grandparents when I was a medical resident at UCSF on a rotation at the Unlock program, which started in San Francisco's Chinatown, where I saw people working together, from doctors and nurses to family members and van drivers, all working together to support the community's older people to age in their homes. I was inspired to become a geriatrician, a doctor that specialized in the care of older people. It was also that struggle I felt in my youth as a naturalized US citizen that also inspired me to pursue service, from my time in the US Army Reserves to my research at Johns Hopkins, studying the health benefits of volunteering in older adults. My time as a White House Fellow in the Bush administration, where I served as a staff member for the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, and finally as the Director of Senior Corps Programs in the Obama administration. It's also why I decided to join AARP 6 years ago, why I could be part of a social mission organization. It is that mission to enable people to choose how we live as we age that we can all embrace. I want to thank my colleagues at AARP, people like Daphne Kwok, who's a leader you all know well and has served as a mentor to me. My boss, Stacey Alexander, who's one of the strategic leaders in our AARP Disparities Strategy. And it was my experience as an immigrant that inspired my own interests in equity as we age. And AARP has allowed me to combine my medical expertise in working with older adults with the skills and expertise from an amazing diverse staff to address this issue. How can we help everyone benefit from the promise of a longer, healthier life? I want to end by thanking OCA, your leadership and service to our community. It's an honor to be here, part of that legacy. So for that, thank you very much.
Next, to introduce their honoree is Meredith Atwell Baker, President and CEO of CTIA.
Good evening. Thank you to OCA for this wonderful celebration.
CTI is so proud to partner in OCA's mission, and tonight I'm thrilled that our own Sean Wang is being recognized. A first-generation immigrant from Taiwan, Sean worked his way from Ticketmaster to being an invaluable leader in the wireless industry. As Director of Certification Programs, Sean manages over 30 working groups covering hundreds of companies around the world to develop industry-wide certifications for wireless devices. What truly sets Sean apart is his heart, especially his work with Miriam's Kitchen. He is a one-man fundraiser, food distributor, and donation drive leader. CTIA is more active in our community because of Sean's stellar example. I'm so excited to introduce him as tonight's recipient of the 2021 Corporate Achievement Award. His hard work, charisma, and giving nature is second to none. Congratulations, Sean.
Many thanks for your kind word, Meredith. I really appreciate OCA choosing me for this significant award. I'm truly humbled by this honor. First, I want to give thanks to my work family, CTIA. With their support, I can be who I am today and serve the community that I love dearly. 20 years ago, I embarked on my journey to this beautiful country as a student in Washington, D.C. I'm grateful for the kindness people have shown me along the way. Those wonderful people inspire me to give back to the people in need. When I first started my career at CTIA, staff member and our members embraced me for who I am and told me that the sky is the limit. They empower me to stand up for the people who cannot, the best team ever, and they always have my back. In Miriam's Kitchen, we call the homeless individual we serve guests. The guests inspire me to show kindness to strangers. For example, on a cold winter day, I gave guests some hot coffee, and the guests told me that it warmed them up both physically and emotionally. I was amazed that a simple act has such a profound impact on people, and this motivated me to do more. I want to dedicate this honor to CTIA, my wonderful members, and my families in the US and Taiwan, and of course, to my loving husband, who always believed in me. Thank you, OCA.
Next, to introduce their honoree is Pauline Moeller, Senior Director of Corporate Finance at Walmart.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pauline Moeller, and I am a proud Walmart associate where diversity, equity, and inclusion are a global priority. I am a Senior Director in the Corporate Finance team, as well as lead our Asian Pacific Associates Network Associate Resource Group, also known as APAN. Last year, I was humbled to receive the OCA Corporate Achievement Award, and I'm so excited to be back to celebrate and support the award recipients receiving this esteemed honor. Throughout my career, I've seen that passion, commitment, empathy, and serving others are some of the leadership traits of associates who make a difference for Walmart. As shared in our most recent Culture, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion mid-year report, Walmart is stronger as a company when people are heard, included, and empowered. We are honored that one such individual is Sonali Batra, Director, Digital Strategy and Brand Engagement, Corporate Affairs. Sonali was born in New Delhi, India, and her family moved to the US in 2018. She had been with Walmart over a decade when her family moved here, and she quickly engaged with APAN. She currently serves as Vice Chair of APAN, and prior to that was an APAN Communications Lead. She is a very active and engaged team member, leading various projects, including immigration support for our associates, leading development sessions with our officers and associates, and overseeing, as well as leading work efforts to address anti-Asian bias and racism. Prior to coming to the US, Sonali served in the Indian Army. So really, it is no surprise that service is part of who Sonali is. We are very fortunate to have her in a leadership role in APAN to help drive inclusion for the company and within the broader community, as she is a role model for #BetterTogether.
Good evening, everyone. I'm humbled and deeply honored to receive the OCA Corporate Achievement Award. Pauline, thank you for your kind words and for your leadership. Your unwavering guidance keeps me focused toward achieving our vision for APAN, which is to make Walmart an employer of choice for Asian and Pacific Islander talent who can influence and contribute to business results and the community. Thank you, OCA, for this award. I'm grateful for our long-standing partnership that allows all of us to work toward a common goal of equity for the Asian American community. I also want to give a shout out to our Asian Pacific Officer Caucus chairs, Nidhi Munjal and Anthony Sidney, Joanne Tabitha Murphy from Constituent Relations, and the entire APAN leadership team who inspire me to go above and beyond. I'm also thankful to Tracy, Spencer, and the rest of my team in allowing me to stay authentic to who I am and in carrying the APAN torch while entrusting me with contributing to Walmart's reputational storytelling every single day. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the patience my husband and my daughters display when I put in work after office hours to this cause, because they understand my passion for it. Even though I'm a comparatively new immigrant to the United States, I love what this country stands for. It is my endeavor to elevate the voice of our Asian community, figuratively speaking, to make sure Asian Americans remain an integral part of the community. As Asian and Pacific Islanders, we should all be ambassadors of our unique culture. In India, I grew up with the concept of unity in diversity, and here I see the value of strength in diversity. We should celebrate who we are and be proud of our roots. Our culture gives us strength. To our young Asian professionals, especially AAPI women, I would encourage you to get involved in the community. This is also a great way to develop your leadership skills, diversify your network, learn about other cultures by introducing others to yours. Be authentic and courageous. Be you. The path forward continues to be one where we all need to be more knowledgeable, more vocal, more involved, be better allies, and connect as one to become a better humanity. Cheers to all my co-honorees, and once again, thank you, OCA.
Congratulations to all of the honorees. Wow, what an inspirational group of role models for our next generations of leaders to learn from. But I know all of us are waiting for one more award to be announced, and this one has been kept a surprise until tonight. Community involvement is a vital part of the company's outreach efforts into the local communities they serve. This is a way for companies to demonstrate good corporate citizenship by giving back to the community and establishing partnerships that help the community and company thrive together. We are extremely pleased to present the 2021 Community Service Award to an individual who exemplifies the commitment of a corporate employee to volunteerism and community service. And this individual is selected from the Corporate Achievement Award winners.
This year's Corporate Achievement Award candidates were an exemplary role models in their community. Each has given their time on behalf of their company and their own personal time as well. It was a tough decision and the judging was very close. This year's recipients is truly an inspiration. Through the individual's own personal triumphs, this person has continued to give back to the community with a selfless attitude and unwavering commitment. Without further ado, it is my pleasure to present this year's recipient of the Community Service Award, Arun Mukherjee, and congratulations.
Wow, I'm very surprised and honored to receive the Community Service Award from OCA, Asian Pacific American Advocates. I feel like, I've been contributing to D&I activities within my local community for years now. And to be recognized for some of my efforts, I feel very humbled from that standpoint. I also feel like, this is a way I like to give back to my community because, with all the STEM outreach and some of the engineering activities that I do, I across the schools in the area, I feel that, this could be a future opportunity for some of these young kids to be engineers or even leaders, for Raytheon or other technology companies within this region or even across the United States. So from that standpoint, again, I'm very honored and humbled to receive the Community Service Award. And, I plan on continuing to contribute to my community when it comes to diversity and inclusion activities and some of the STEM outreach that, I've been doing for a number of years now. Again, big thank you to OCA Asian Pacific American Advocates for recognizing me for this award.
Thank you. All tonight's honorees, looking forward to what you'll go on to do. There's a great bit of pressure on all of you because you will be looked upon as leaders of the future. Tonight's sponsors, AARP, of which I'm a gold member, CTIA, who has been a great sponsor of OCA, IW Group, who has been a partner of ours for a number of years, and Raytheon, a new partner of ours. Thank you very much, Marie. Walmart, of course, with Joanne Tabalia and their entire Walmart team across the country, and also Wells Fargo, who has been our go-to banking source at OCA. They've really helped us out. And to the business advisory members as a whole, all of them have been wonderful partners, and a special thank you to all of our staff who made this possible. And I guess I have to say a little special thanks tonight, one more time. She's been congratulated many times to Tu Nguyen, who's been promoted to our executive director. And I just want everybody to know that she's done a great job and well-deserved of being a new executive director of OCA. So have a great night, and thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this year's OCA National Asian Pacific American Corporate Achievement Awards. Congratulations once again to all the honorees, and thanks to all our sponsors. Again, thank you for joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing all of you next year. Good night, and enjoy the rest of the evening.